Welcome students. I have a question. A beam AB of span 10 meter is loaded as shown in figure. Determine the reactions of A and B. Okay. So we're going to find reaction at A and B. This is what we're going to do, and this is the arrangement. This is the 10 meter what span beam, okay, AB, right? So here one of the end is supported by the hinged or pin support, and the another end is a roller support or rocker support, right? And here the new special load is applied. These two are point load, and which is a vertical one which is downward, and here we have a special kind of load which is called UDL, uniformly distributed load. Okay, uniformly distributed load. That means entire length, that means it is acting to the span of 4 meter from A to 4 meter away. Okay, entire length, which the force intensity will be just spread just uniform manner. That's why we are calling it as UDL, uniformly distributed load. Okay, fine. So let's get into the solution part. So first, try to take all the forces acting on the system. So here this end is A and this end is B, and here it is hinge support. So hinge support, in the sense two forces will be there. One will be vertical, that is VA, and it will have the horizontal resistance. So here we will have the horizontal resistance force at A, right? Fine. And the other end, here we have the roller support. So roller support, in the sense it allows the horizontal motion as this manner. Here there will be a resistance on the vertical force, so vertical resistance at B. Okay, what is next? Here in between 8 kilonewton force is there, and here we have 8 kilonewton force, right? And up to here the distance is marked as 4 meter, and up to this the distance is marked as 2 meter, and this is 2 meter, and this is 2 meter. One is remaining, which is the UDL. Whenever you are coming across the UDL, don't panic. UDL or UVL, okay, your task must be just convert this UDL into what? Point load. UDL, uniformly distributed load. That is called UDL. Okay, so what we have to do is you need to convert this UDL to point load, right? You need to convert it into point load. So in order to convert this point load, in the introduction part of types of load, I have discussed and I have given you the formula. That means point load can be converted by multiplying the intensity of the or what the load into its length. Okay, how long it is spread. So it will become, here the intensity of the load is given 3 kilonewton per meter. So 3 into L, length of the UDL, how long it is spreaded. So it is 4. So how much we will get? We get 12 kilonewton. Okay, now it is the point load. And one more thing we need to find, that is the acting point. Acting point, this is the point load, and next is the acting point. Acting point, that is very much important here. Acting point is concerned, which is equal to, here the acting point is, when you are coming across uniformly distributed load UDL, it actually acts at the mid of the load. So load is spreaded to the 4 meter long, right? It will act at the mid of the that span. that particular span. So 1 by 2 of its length, right? So 1 by 2 into length is 4 meter. Its span is 4 meter. So we get 2 meter distance. Okay. So we have found the point load for this UDL. So now it's time to locate the place. So it is 2 meter from the what A point. That means in between this segment it is 2 meter. So at the mid of this segment 4, I just going to mark it. It is with 2 meter from the point A, and its magnitude is identified as 12 kilonewton. 12 kilonewton. Now this UDL is just converted into what the point load. So this is how we need to predict it. Afterwards it is easy. It will be a typical problem just like a previous ones, right? So in order to convert the UDL into point load, W into L, that means intensity of the load into its length. Okay, and this acting point of UDL is nothing but it just acted at the mid of its span. Okay, mid of its span. So 1 by 2 of its length, 1 by 2 of its length. So to this end we have located, which is 2, right? Then go with the procedure. We're going to find the unknowns at the end, A and B. So here at equilibrium, at equilibrium condition, what is the condition? Sum of horizontal force is equal to 0, sum of vertical force is equal to 0, and the moment about any point which is equal to 0. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. So first start with the sum of horizontal force which is equal to 0. So if you apply 0 which is equal to, what are the horizontal force? Just try to add it. So here only one horizontal force is there. What is HA? What is that? HA. So HA is equal to 0. Just we found the answer. Okay, so this is the answer we get, right? So next step, sum of vertical force is equal to 0. Next step, sum of vertical force is equal to 0. So when you are applying it, 0 is equal to all the vertical force. The force which is acting upward is a positive, force which is going downwards is a negative when you come to the vertical force. So start from this. This is a VA is a upward force, so it is a positive VA, and 12 kilonewton which is a downward force, so minus 12 kilonewton. Okay, and this 8 kilonewton which is a downward force, downward in the sense it's a negative sign, 8, and 8 kilonewton, again one more 8 kilonewton is there, the same direction it is moving downward, so it is a minus, and VB which is going upward, so it carries positive sign VB, right? So now just you add 3 of these times, 12 plus 8 plus 8, 12 plus 8 is 20, and 28 we get. So 0 is equal to VA minus, greater sign is a minus, and it's a 28 plus VB. So when you take it to the equation format, I can say VA plus VB which is equal to 28. When you are taking to the next side, the negative sign will become positive. I'm going to take this as equation number 1, and I just going to the next step. I just going to take the moment. Take the moment about A. Any point you can consider, I'm going to take about A, this point. Here is the exact point. So the moment, in the sense the forces acting on the particular point will be 0. So HA and VA doesn't have the perpendicular distance, so it is 0. So if you draw a cross line, if any of the forces are coming into the same line of action, then that must be also a 0, but there is no forces coming on the line. Am I right? Okay, so only these two forces are 0. Fine. So 12 kilonewton force, 8 kilonewton, and this 8 kilonewton and this VB will take part in the moment. Sum of moment about A which is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to 12 into its perpendicular distance. Its perpendicular distance about A is 2. And what about the what direction? clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. This end is A and this is how the 12 kilonewton force is acting. So how it rotates? It rotates about clockwise direction, so it is a positive one. Okay, the similar manner 8 kilonewton, both the 8 kilonewtons are in the similar fashion, it is what acting. So it also just rotate in clockwise direction, but its perpendicular distance is 8 into first its perpendicular distance is 4 plus 2, so 6. So plus 8 into its perpendicular distance is entire length 4, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8, 8 into 8. Okay, and to the next one, VB. So VB is just acting in something like this. That means this end is A and VB force is upward. So how it is rotating? Anti-clockwise direction. So here it will be minus VB into its perpendicular distance. So entire distance from A to B, 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So we get 10. Okay, so this is what. So now if you simplify these terms, here we will get 136. Just put it in your calculator, whole times 1 2 3, these 3 times you put it, will get 136 minus 10 VB. Okay, so that it can be simplified as 10 VB is equal to 136. I have taken to the next side, so positive negative sign become positive. So VB is equal to 136 divided by 10. So what happens? VB is equal to, we get 13.6. So here the forces are given in kilonewton. So SI unit for this is kilonewton. Right? What is the next step? 2 of the unknown force is just found. One we need to find, right? VA we must find it. So in order to find it, just see here we have one equation, right? If you put it over the equation, what happens? This VB will become 13.6 and we can find this VA answer, right? So substitute this VB in equation number 1. So equation number 1 will become VA plus 13.6, which is equal to 28. So VA is equal to 28 minus 13.6. So that you will get the answer 14.4 kilonewton. Okay, so it's a minus 13.6. So you will get 14.4 kilonewton for VA. So this is the answer. So the result part we have to write HA is equal to 0 and VB is equal to 13.6, VA is equal to 14.4, right? So just keep it in your mind when you are coming across UDL load or UVL load, what we have to do is just convert it into point load. If it is UDL, we must take the point load as W into L. It's intensity of load into its length. Okay, and this uniform distributed load just at in the mid of its span. It is spread over the 4 meter, right? Mid of this span, it will what located. That we have done by 1/2 into length. Okay, right? So if you go with the procedure at equilibrium, summation of H is equal to 0, V is equal to 0 and moment is equal to 0, we shall find all the unknown values. I hope you understood. Thank you so much.